everybody, this is February's block for the sampler, and the thing that we're going to do today is make half square triangles. So what we're going to do is we are going to mark on the back side of the lighter fabrics, mark a diagonal line on the lighter fabrics. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to mark a line from corner to corner. And I like using friction pens because they disappear. They give me a nice line. So let me do that. You're going to do this for 4 of the blocks. I mean 4 of the squares. Okay, so once I have my square marked with a diagonal line, I'm going to put it right sides together with the other fabric and have it so it lines up just right. And you want to make sure you got your 1/4 inch seam allowance on here, so let me make sure I have that. Okay, so I'm going to sew from corner to corner with a 1/4 inch, corner to corner with a 1/4 inch seam. Okay, let me do the other one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these apart, and then I'm going to sew on the other side of that marked line. I think last time I didn't talk about stitch length, and I like to use a stitch length of 2.0. Okay, and then I'm going to cut these apart. So let me do that. And then I'm going to press it. Okay, so here's what I have. And I'm going to press these towards a darker square. And in this case, I'm just going to press it towards the green. Okay, so this is what I have. I have several of these, and I'm going to clip off my corners. I like to cut these off because otherwise it adds too much bulk. All right, so after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of like a flying geese unit with half square triangles. I'm going to make 4 of those. So I'm just going to put these together, right sides together, and I'm going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam. Let me sew these as well. I'm just going to cut these apart. And then I'm going to press the seam towards one side. Doesn't matter which side, I'm just going to press it towards a side. Okay, so now I'm going to sew some plain pink squares, the background squares, on the ends of two of my units. So I'm going to put one of these on the end here, and I'm going to put another one on this end over there. So I'm just doing these on two of these flying geese units. All right, so here's a pink on the end, and so I'm going to put a pink on the opposite end, like this. Okay, so now I have two other flying geese units that I've made, and then I'm going to put them on the opposite sides of this center square. So I'm going to sew these together, and again I'm sewing it on opposite sides. I'm going to put these by the iron. Get to it in a little bit. Okay. I'm going to sew another one onto the other side of the square. Okay, so I have the parts and pieces made. This is my center. So what I'm going to do when I press this, I'm going to press it towards the center because it will be less bulky for my seam. So let me go ahead and press these. Let me just press both sides flat first. Okay. And I'm going to press it towards that center big square. Okay, so there's my center, and on these, I'm going to press it towards the outside squares because it's going to lay really nice and flat. Okay. All right, so this is how the block looks right now. And just like last time, I'm going to pin it here and here. So let me do that first. Because I press my seams in opposite directions, it should nest really nicely. Let me put some pins in. Okay, let me sew the seam. Okay, there's one side, and now I'm going to do the other side. Again, I'm going to pin it. I'm pinning right where these seams are. I want them nice and tight. And if you're more comfortable pinning it more often, then go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is the block, and now I'm going to press it. You'll notice on the back that these seams right here where the flying geese comes together, it's really bulky. So I'm going to press these towards that center block again, because this is just, it won't want to press against this bulky seam. So I'm going to press it towards the center. I always like to press it where it's has the least amount of bulk. Okay, so let me do the other side. Again, press it towards the center. Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. See you next time.